living with, and that's why it's catching on with people, I reckon, is because everybody kind of lives a life of quiet desperation, and I just sort of gave voice to it.
What's your website?
You got two of them. You got www.tommywomack.com, TOMMYWOMACK.com, and you also have myspace.com/Tommy Womack.
That's pretty cool. Tell us about this one song that's on your CD, and I'm sure we're going to hear it tonight. Nice Day.
I wrote that on Todd Snyder's tour bus a little under a year ago. It's not that old a song at all. And I just wrote the lyrics on Todd's tour bus on a piece of paper that I ripped out of a notebook and folded up and put in my pocket. And I got back home from the gigs on a Sunday afternoon, and that Sunday night I got my guitar out and said, Nathan, I wrote a song and you're in it. And that's my boy, Nathan. He was 7 years old at the time. He sat down on the front porch next to me, and the song is the same three chords over and over again, simply because I was playing it for Nathan like I had a song written. I was just kind of busking my way through it, reading the words on the paper and playing these same three chords over and over again, and it just worked. And it was real emotional because I played him the song, and it's all about me and him bonding one day, and it being, it's been a nice day. We all went swimming, me and my sweetheart and our boy. That's the first lines. And after I sang the whole song, Nathan scooted over on the porch and put his arm around me, and we looked at the moon together, and it was real sweet. And so the song has stayed just like that ever since. The same three chords. It's done.
So let's hear Nice Day.
Yeah, you already did.
That's on the recording. Okay. What about songwriting? Where do you get your ideas for your songs?
From God. I take dictation. About 20% of the time you get divine inspiration, and the other 80% of the time you got to work at it like anybody. But it's not so much ideas as you wind up with 2 or 3 words in a row that just strike you as being lyrical or poetic or funny or striking in some way, and you just hold on to that and you stitch the next 3 or 4 words onto it, like cars on a train, and it tells you where it wants to go. The song, if it's a good song, it'll write itself, generally.
Well, on your new CD, there's a wonderful song, and I hope you play it tonight, Songwriter's Prayer. Tell us about this one.
Well, I wrote the words to that in the passenger seat while Russ Riddle was driving me to a gig in Iowa, and it's me begging God for an album's worth of songs to get me out of that day job I was working, and real songs is what I was asking God for, not just silly joke songs or punk rock songs or riffs and a slogan, but real songs with beginnings and endings and meaning for people.
Well, in my opinion, this song was a gift of God because it's a wonderful song. So let's hear Songwriter's Prayer right now. That is a wonderful song.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. That's my favorite of that new CD. Okay. Tommy, I'd like to know about your best or worst travel experience in your life.
The best was England a year ago. My first club gig in England was in Nottingham. I got 3 encores, brought the house down, was about to cry. And I booked this tour of England just to say I'd been there, so I could die saying I went to England, fully prepared to lose my butt financially. I had $1,800 budgeted for it, and what I found out was that I had fans over there that had been waiting for me to come for years, and I was hoping 1 or 2 people would show up at 1 or 2 of the dates that who would know me, and it turns out I had dozens or more at every date, and I went over there with no record, no press, no manager, no radio, nothing. And if I hadn't been smoking cigarettes, I'd have come home in the black. Cigarettes in London are £5.50 a pack. And if you add up all the packs of cigarettes I smoked and factor that money into what I would have brought home, I came that close to coming home and, you know, breaking even, or better than even.
Well, just a couple days ago, I interviewed a guy by the name of Steve Byam, and I understand he used to play with you in one of your bands.
Yeah, he's not on any of my records, unfortunately. He was, my first record has a lot of pedal steel on it. This new one has a little bit of pedal steel, but the first one had so much pedal steel that I had to hire a pedal steel guitarist for the band for a while, which is a highly specialized kind of wizard who, you know, plays that instrument. And that's how Steve and I got to know each other. He's a great guy.
Well, he said that if I asked you this question, I would get the best answer I ever got from anybody. So I'm going to ask you the question. If you had a chance to go out in space for 2 weeks, what two celebrities would you take? One woman, one man, they can be alive or dead.
One woman and one man. I would probably go into space with, I don't know, definitely Jesus would be the man. As for the woman, Jackie Kennedy, who played Barbara Eden? That'd be a good one. Anybody but Courtney Love, really.
All right. Those are good choices. Well, maybe we'll let you have both Jackie and Barbara Eden.
Oh, hey, you know, Muslims can have their 40 virgins. I'll take Jackie and Barbara.
All right.
Good answer.
Well, if you had any advice, Tommy, to give to our local players and perhaps players around the world that are just starting out, and of course, you know, we stream, so this program is around the world, what advice would you give to our new, young singer-songwriters?
Stay in school and get some sort of degree to fall back on. Tammy Wynette, every year of her life until she died, she renewed her beautician's license every year, so she'd have something to fall back on. And I got my BA degree 23 years ago before I started in any band, and I'm glad I got it. And if you don't have to do it, if you can at all live a happy life without going on the road and sacrificing all you got to do to be a musician, if you can at all be happy without doing it, by all means, don't do it.
Amen.
It's okay. That's okay. Well, Tommy, it's been wonderful having you on the show, and I understand that very soon David Only is going to release a CD, and you're on it. Is that not correct?
I'll be on the record release date. His record release party in Nashville, June 15th. I'm playing on the bill with him that night, but I'm not on the record itself. No, I'll just be on, you know, one of the acts on the bill at his record release party.
Well, that sounds really exciting.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
And will you come back and do some more
Oh,
of the
absolutely.
Honky concert series?
Oh, happily, yeah.
All right. Let's hear another tune before we go. One more thing. Now, it's 91.3 The Summit. There's the map, but we don't have the point. We don't say the point. We're Akron, Ohio. You think you know your name, right? Now, go ahead and do whatever you want. But
I bet he does.
And he knows how to do it. Jay knows how to do it. He's already done it. So you say, I'm Tommy Womack from Nashville, Tennessee or something, and say, you're listening to 91.3 The Summit in Akron, Ohio, and then whatever you want to do. We've had people sing, we've had people just yodel, we had people just be ornery.
You can spin around in your head.
Well, nobody's going to see any spins on the
I
radio.
understand that, but you might, and I'd see it.
Oh, yeah, well, he's seen it.
Abby would see it.
Okay, stand by.
Howdy, I'm Tommy Womack. I'm so happy to be talking to you on 91.3 The Summit from Akron, Ohio. God love you. Hope you're doing well, and dig on this.
Now,
Excellent.